Welcome back. Despite a slowing Canadian economy, our next guest says there's reason for hope on the M&A front. He thinks that there could be a pickup in M&A activity here in Canada. I'm joined by Michael Dobner. He's National Leader of Economics and Policy Practice at PwC. Michael, thanks a lot for joining us. Let's begin with what the M&A environment has been like so far in 2025. One of the CEOs of the big Canadian banks recently said something to the effect of our clients have put their pens down. They're not doing anything because of the uncertainty regarding the trade relationships with the United States, in short. Do you take that view as well? Is that what you've seen in M&A so far this year?
Yeah, absolutely. That was our expectation, actually, when the tariff situation started. And yes, we anecdotally have seen that, but the numbers are confirming this anecdotal evidence.
Why are you optimistic for the remainder of the year?
Not necessarily for the remainder of the year. We talked in our report about a pickup that we expect in 2026, and the reason we are optimistic is because we are hearing good signals from the federal government. The new bill that came or is coming in the next day or so, C5. Is suggesting that the government is very serious about moving projects much faster. We have seen critical mineral, which is we think is a big catalyst for the Canadian economy, being a key and central point in the G7 discussion, as well as the discussion or negotiation between the US and Canada. So on the basis of the government showing seriousness and giving good signals, and the fact that our allies are coalescing around critical minerals, defense, and AI, we are more optimistic about what would happen in 2026. We will see probably more investment starts to come in, especially if the signals from the government are continuing to show that it's serious and it's overcoming all the difficulties that it may face in trying to transform the Canadian economy.
So you would see M&A in 2026, particularly in Canada's mining sector, and with particular reference to critical minerals mining. Is that what you see ahead?
Yes, but not only that sector, the whole infrastructure sector, because you'll have to build all of those roads and ports and logistics. So we would see there. The government has also an agenda for housing, so there may be especially modular housing, so we may see there, and not to forget the defense sector. Which is going to benefit from a big boost. So those are areas that we are seeing definitely a potential for further investments in 2026.
There is controversy, as you know, about that legislation and some pushback. You seem to be assuming that it passes in its current form and that the government makes good on its pledge to get projects built in approved in a much shorter time frame than in the past.
I fully understand the concerns that people have, and it is, I mean, you cannot coat it with sugar here. This is a bit of an authoritarian kind of approach to things. I mean, no doubt about that. But we are in an economic emergency situation, so maybe, and again, I'm not putting here a political view, but from an economic standpoint, it may make sense. I hope that there will be guards there and that would be somewhat of a temporary situation until Canada gets its act together as far as building projects faster, because our track record is terrible.
Okay, let's go on to what you refer to as outbound M&A, and that's the ability of Canadian companies to make acquisitions abroad. What do you see there?
So we're seeing in the numbers up till now in 2025, we're seeing a continuation of the trend of increased outbound investment by Canadian companies. So there is nothing new in this trend, and this trend is reflecting less confidence in the Canadian economy and its ability to provide the interesting opportunities, whether they are in technology or other areas. I hope that this trend, as I said, in 2026, I hope that some of this will start to reverse course and come to Canada as we develop our own opportunities.
Okay, I assume you believe it's important that Canada sort out its tariff relationship with the United States for much or any of this to proceed. What is your prediction on where our trade relationship with the U.S. is going?
I think they may be going in the right direction, despite I know that we have a bit of an unpredictable administration there, but at the end of the day, when we're talking about critical mineral and defense, the two countries are very aligned on the objectives, and Canada is a source of critical minerals that the US and the West actually desperately needs, because the reliance on China, given the geopolitical tension, is really untenable. And so Canada can use that, including the defense strategy of working with the US on that Golden Dome, etc. Actually, the relationship can improve. I want to just mention to your audience that even currently, Canada enjoys the lowest average tariff rate to the U.S. of any other country. So even today, there are opportunities for some Canadian companies to take market share from companies like China, who are who are subject to something like 45% tariff, where most of our products, with the exception of steel, aluminum, and auto, that I hope will be resolved in those negotiations. Canada more or less faces very close to zero tariff on them.